Hey guys, we're doing a car chronicle today because let me just say, New York parking, I don't miss it, but since I have to sit in this car because there's no parking spot and I'm on the wrong side for at least an hour before I can be safe again, I think I can do some recording in here. Plus, this is like my last run around. Well, not my last run around, but my last one where I want to do a few things. So today, and also might get a visitor today that you guys know. Fingers crossed, because this person's unreliable. if you guys been following me for a while, you know who that is. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about 3 authors that I fell in love with because I've read more than one of their work, and I can talk about them extensively because I've read more than one of their work. And the first one we're going to talk about is the author that really hijacked my time a couple months ago because she was a finalist on the Booker, and I decided I need to read more than one of her work because she's the kind of writing style I like, and that's Elizabeth Strout. Now, I read 4 of her books. Now, I read a series, so let me find it. I read a series, and then I decided to read the book that she won the Pulitzer award for, yeah. And that was Olive Kindred. And then I read the series, which was My Name is Lucy Barton. So Lucy Barton, Anything is Possible, and O. William. Now, O. William is what she got nominated for and was a finalist in the Booker Prize. Now, I immediately loved her writing style. She's my kind of writer. I literally was like, oh yeah. Her way of telling story, of talking about complicated characters with flawed, who are not the nicest, where we talk about Olive Kindred. She wasn't the nicest, but she writes it in a way that in real life you might not really want to even get to know this character, but the way she writes it, you are going to fall in love with the character. You are going to love the character's negative things about the character, and I like that a lot. I thought that that was a way of telling a story, of doing something out the box, of showing characters, especially when you think of people who are in real life who are like that person. Then the series, it felt real. It felt relatable, even though you're relatable in terms of the human being human. And I like that she does that with her characters, and you find bits and pieces of the character that you think of in a certain way. And I absolutely loved her way that she did that. And so I would say, if you haven't read anything from Elizabeth Strout, start with the book that she won the big award for. How many won that award? All right, so then we're gonna go with the second author that I want to highlight, and that is Jamaica Kincaid. I read one book years ago, Annie John. And then this year I read Lucy. Immediately. Lucy is a character that I felt like bits and pieces of me was on the page. The younger me, the me that didn't know who she was, the me that was learning about myself, the me that felt disconnected from my island. It's something about that book that just gripped me, and I absolutely love it. And here's the kicker: I read it twice because I had to reread it just to make sure this feeling that I had is real, and it felt the same way. So then I read or nonfiction, which was A Small Place, and then I think to myself, yeah, I will be reading everything from this author, and I do mean everything that she has published. Very real, very organic, you know, very much non-apologetic. And it might be difficult for some people because I think people felt like she was a bit very harsh in a small place, but it was necessary. It was necessary. So I was here for it. Love it. Love it. And then the last one I want to highlight is, of course, you guys hear me talk about this book a lot, and that is from Vanessa Riley. Now, I read the second book this year. Last year I read Island Queen, and this year was Sister Mother Warrior. When you can give me historical fiction, Caribbean historical fiction, that you know you got to dig to find information from, because we don't have that much. But when you can do that and create a story that has real events, real factual things, but make it a story that you're not gonna bore me to death. Make me a story that I just really want to keep turning the page. Make me a story that the characters are often not cookie coat. She literally highlight the good and she highlight the not so good and the ugly of her character, of the situations that they were in, the decisions that they made. She knows how to give you a full character that is very raw and full circle. No one is perfect. No one has made a decision their entire life that was perfect. And the fact that she can do this in these characters, that you are scratching your head at the flaws, but you love that she did that, and you love to see the growth in the character and how they overcome a lot of the obstacle, even though they did some things. So Vanessa Riley, keep coming with those historical fiction. Please keep giving me these historical fiction. Love them, absolutely love them. I will continue reading hers. I cannot wait for what other island that she dig up history from and coming out with the next historical fiction. Like, I want to know what is next for her, because I need to know which island she's gonna dig up. I need to know, because we don't get a lot of authors who invested in Caribbean historical fiction. We don't get a lot of those that really dig up history, because her books is not a book where you just shut the pages and you move on. Her books are books that you find yourself on Google, you find yourself on historical website, you find yourself Googling the country and find out more about that country history. You find yourself doing more work when you finish her book, because she does such a great job with the historical part. So if you haven't read anything from her, highly recommend it, especially if you are a big fan of historical fiction. So with that said, I still got almost 40 minutes in this car. So, and I wish I had brought my book out, so I might have to have my mother bring my Kindle with me, and I might have to just finish reading this holiday story on my Kindle, because I can use my phone, but I don't want to kill my battery. But yeah, and then I might have to turn the heat on in here. I just realized I'm sitting in here with no heat. It's not so bad though. It's 31 degrees, because let me tell you, the other day was in the negative. So it's sad when 31 feels good compared to what we were experiencing. And then we were experiencing wind. So too bad you cold and then you're windy on top of that. Bad combination. So try not to complain too much, but I'm gonna turn this heat on. I just didn't want to turn it on while we're talking, because it's gonna sound loud. I'm still kind of hoping that you're not hearing the thing, but they're about to sweep the road. Lord, let me get off the side of the road. We'll see you in the next clip. Follow the direction of the thread. Remember, you have to go down here first. There you go. Follow the, yep, do the U, and then you're gonna go in the hole now. You got it! All right. Yeah, raise it up. It's up. The needle. Push your needle up. There you go. And pull it out. And then pull it. Yeah. see. Not perfect, but not bad for your first time. You just have to work on adjusting the stitch. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's work on the stitching, but you're doing good. All right, guys, so that was my first lesson with my niece, and it's not bad. She's getting the hang of it, and you know, she's just gonna have to watch a lot of videos. There's a lot of free videos that you can watch online that shows you how to sew, and she's gonna have to watch those and read the manual to figure out the tension and the distance, you know, for this machine. It is a beginner's machine. It is the Singer M1000, so it is very beginner friendly. It has 1 speed, so that's the only thing about it, but it's good for beginners, so it doesn't make you go too crazy. And you know, she's young, I don't want her to hurt herself, so this is like my idea of her getting into the sewing thing, but she likes it, right? She's smiling. So what did you think when you opened the box? I didn't even get to see when she opened the box.
I was shocked.
You were shocked? I didn't even get to see that she had opened her gifts, and I didn't get to see it. I wanted to see her reaction, but I missed all of that. But yeah, so anyway, tomorrow we're gonna get some fabric, small amount, just enough for her. Maybe she can make some head wrap, maybe she can make some pouch, something simple, until she can move on to the big girl stuff, you know. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this here. It's been a cute day, fun day to hang with the family, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, bye.